What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Let me preface this video with a quick statement. I'm incredibly excited for Dragonflight. That said, criticism is important for the game and for Blizzard as a whole, so here we go. Also, ignore my gameplay here. I'm playing like actual dog water. Recently, Blizzard opened up limited testing of the Dragonflight Mythic Plus, and with that, the new seasonal affix, Thundering. Thundering is honestly pretty awful in its current state. There's some gameplay of it in the background, but let me explain the actual affix to you and then you can make your own decision on what you think about it. Thundering goes off every 80 seconds or so, and when it does, it starts off with AoE circles on the ground, which isn't too bad. Think of, just your regular don't stand in fire mechanic. After that, a circle spawns around each player and will deal damage. This is pretty much quaking, except it doesn't stop your casts and won't interrupt you. Finally, after that, orbs will shoot out of each player, stunning and dealing damage to any player hit. This is pretty much prideful. It is almost the exact same mechanic, except it spawns from every player. You may have noticed something. Thundering has only negative effects. Every single seasonal affix since the end of BFA has been Kiss Curse. If you don't know what Kiss Curse means, it just means that it gives a good thing and a bad thing. Kiss Curse is a far more interesting dynamic than just punishing the players with mechanics. And I know, raid bosses all like they're only punishing generally and stuff like that, but it's still a lot more interesting to get a benefit for doing the mechanic correctly. Another issue with Thundering is that it can line up with things like Quaking, Spiteful, Storming, stuff like that. It's generally not a huge deal for stuff like Quaking because you don't want to stand together anyway, but they still line up and that's still an issue. Now, Blizzard's already stated they're working on Thundering and that this likely won't be anywhere near its final iteration. Sorry. So how can they make it better? First off, I think probably at least one of the three mechanics needs to be removed. I don't really know which one. I think probably the prideful one, just because we've already had this mechanic before and it's kind of boring to reuse them. It doesn't have to be that one. It could also be the Quaking 2.0. But having all three is, in my opinion, too much for one affix. Yes, technically all the other seasonal affixes were similar, but they also were generally a mob, at least in Shadowlands. There should also be a kiss effect, like I said earlier. It's just a lot more interesting. All the best seasonal affixes have been Kiss Curse. I know Blizzard wants to make the seasonal affixes less important, as they said in their statement when they opened up the testing, but it's really just not as fun just being a punishing mechanic. All the bad seasonal affixes in BFA were all just punishing. It's not as fun, and it doesn't reward players like, say, Shrouded does. And that's just not as great, in my opinion. What they could do is they could maybe make some of the mechanics also hit trash mobs. So that way, when you hit a trash mob with, say, the orbs, it rewards players for their positioning. It rewards them for not getting hit, obviously, because it'll stun you. But it also rewards them for positioning in a way that will hit mobs but not hit their allies. And that could, one, it could speed up dungeons. And it could make it more interesting because it's like, do you want to risk hitting your party or do you want to, do more damage, maybe stun the ads or anything like that, which would be just more exciting than just punishing gameplay. Now, this is a short video, but while it's been pretty negative, I do want to say that I'm actually extremely excited for Dragonflight as a whole, and it does seem that Blizzard is listening to the players for the most part. And I'm sorry, Shadow Priests, I know things aren't looking super good for you, and I think there's an incredible amount of potential, but Blizzard does need to think about Thundering, think about what they really want from it, and reiterate, just do iterations on it. update it. They've already said they're going to do this and that the current iteration is an early iteration, but it's a little sketchy that this even kind of made it out the door because it just isn't fun. No one likes it. It's been extremely blasted online. Sorry for that little voice crack there, but it's all good. And just no one wants this. I think if they make it kiss curse, maybe make it less punishing, a lot more people will enjoy it. Sorry for this short video again. I'll try and get more Dragonflight content out. I know it's been a long time since I've made anything. I'd like to make more. It is incredibly fun for me. But I also stream on Twitch and post random stuff on Twitter, and those are both in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the iffy quality on this one, but I'll definitely improve on the next one. All right, thanks. Peace out.